Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're just going to be doing a meditation today. So why don't you come on and join along with me. Yeah, not much behind this meditation, or just not much to talk about really. I've been feeling in a way that, like nothing satisfies. I can do all the stuff I can do. I can try to win the world over, and yet nothing satisfies. So that just brings me back to the point where nothing else is satisfying, so my soul has to satisfy me. So that's, we can look for things outside of us, but really where we should be looking is within us. So that's what this meditation is about. Alright, so we have a mantra on the screen right here. It's called Aham Prima. And it means I am pure universal love. And since my revelations about what the ETs have taught me, I'm inclined to lean in that direction. My soul is taking me into that direction where I'm being told that I am pure universal love. So what a perfect mantra to recite. Again, this is connecting with the soul. This is bringing it to the heart center. And so one thing about this mantra is the M. Whenever you see an M in a mantra, like a letter ending in M, the letter M, you turn that into an NG. So it doesn't have to be like, pronounced like ahang. It's just something that's in your mouth and in the back of the throat. And how this came to be was these gurus, these ascetics were basically reciting mantras that they had heard from different I personally believe it was ETs teaching them these mantras, or maybe risen gurus or spirit from whatever. Anyway, they're teaching them these mantras, these gurus, and they essentially were reciting it as an NG. Their mantras were recited whenever they had an M. They were reciting it as an NG. But to the human ear, it sounds like an M. So if I would say hum, that sounds like an M, but it's really, I'm going So it sounds like an M, but it's an NG. So that's what we're going to do today. Just a quick mantra lesson. So, whatever you see, Om, that M, Om, is an NG. So it's actually a Om. Even though it sounds like an M, it's an NG. That's the point that I'm trying to make here. So, why don't we just close your eyes? Yeah, just close your eyes, get comfortable. Nice and relaxed. We're going to breathe in through our nose, breathe in through the nose, and we're going to breathe out through the mouth. As we do this breathing method, we are focusing more and more of our attention and our awareness on our bodies, ourselves, our souls. So as you take these deep breaths, I want you to think about everything that you have going on in your life and everything that you feel you need to do. All those areas that we seek validation, we seek, whether it's a partner, whether it's children, whatever actions that we're doing because we want to be approved of by others, whether it's friends or family or society. We take those actions and we want to be approved of and validated and loved for what we do by those people, whether they be friends, family, acquaintances, society in general. I want you to take a look at those actions that you've been taking that are for the benefit of other people. Maybe you've tried to win over somebody. Maybe you've tried to get somebody to love you. Or maybe you wanted something from somebody. Just think about those times where you've maybe felt like you weren't enough. Felt less than. Felt undermined. Felt frustrated. I mean, there's a lot of these feelings that we have within us, these wants, these needs, these desires that we think we need to achieve them in order to be happy, in order to be fulfilled, in order to be complete. In order to be whole, that we must seek out the approval, the validation, the love of everyone around us. And we think in our human minds that this brings us a sense of security. That, okay, everyone is taken care of. Okay, I can now go and do my own thing. Or have my own needs taken care of. All these human drivers, these human triggers, the things that drive us to take action, the things that drive us to do what we think we need to do in life. To be the person that we want to, that we think we need to be in this life. To do the things that we think we need to do or should do. Not for the benefit of ourselves, but for the benefit of others. Think about those things. And now I want you to just realize that at the end of the day, when we go home back to our souls, I want you to remember that none of those things, none of those human drivers, none of those, oh, I think I need to do this because I want to be loved, I want the love of my husband, my wife, my children, my parents, my friends, society. Whether we're conscious of it or not, we are being driven to take actions that may or may not be beneficial to us. For the sake, for the well-being, for the benefit of our friends, our family, our children, our wife, our husband, parents, society. So, we all have these human drivers, these motivating factors, whether that's positive motivation or negative reinforcement. We all have our thoughts, our perspective, our opinions on things. Our ego tells us who we are and what to make of the world. This is all just nonsense. This is all just the human experiment in consciousness. When we go home back to our souls, none of this is gonna matter. And yet we take ourselves so seriously. We take ourselves way too seriously. This desire to avoid fear, to avoid negativity, to avoid emotion, to avoid negative emotion, to avoid pain. Those things that motivate us to take negative actions. We think we're protecting ourselves by doing that, but we're actually just walling ourselves off. Walling ourselves off from the divine. And just continue breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's now put all of those things aside. Let's put all of the reactive behavior, the fears, the anxieties, the trauma, this and that, the things within the human experience that keep us trapped, that keep us entertained, and draw us deeper and deeper into the illusion. If we can drop those things, if we can get rid of those things that tie us down, these drivers of fear, loneliness, sadness, ambition, addiction, all of these drivers are trying to keep us limited. We must go beyond them. So let's just clear our mind for a second. Clear your mind and bring your focus upon your body. Focusing on your physical touch, what you smell, what you hear, for touch, you can feel what the clothes you're wearing feel like. Are they soft? Are they rough? Are they textured? For hearing, tap into that sense of hearing. You can hear the things that are in your environment all around you. For example, I hear a cricket chirping outside my window. You might hear cars driving by, you might hear bugs or birds or ceiling fan, whatever it is. Alright, now that we're focused on our body, now that we're focused on the senses of our body, I want you to go internally. So a good way of doing this is just doing a full body scan, starting with the top of your head, working down to the bottom of your feet. See if there's any areas that you can notice any kind of pain or discomfort in, and just try to relax those areas. Maybe you did a hard workout today and you're pretty sore. Maybe you are recovering from an injury. Or maybe your body just feels perfectly great. All of those things are acceptable. For me, I'm noticing soreness in the legs. For me, today was leg day, so had to work out legs today and got pretty tired, pretty sore. What about you? What's going on with you? Alright, now that we've done our body scan, we're just going to bring our focus and attention and consciousness, conscious awareness from the entire body up into the heart center. So up from the feet and down from the head into the chest and into the heart center. And here, once we're in the heart center, we're just going to breathe in and out. We're just going to expand this energy. So I want you to think of someone or something that you love the very most. Could be your spouse, could be your children, could be a pet. Doesn't matter, just we're going to convey, we're going to expand upon that loving feeling. So whether it's your dog or your kids, what gives you the most palpable, the most profound feeling of love? We're just going to focus on that, and we're going to focus on amplifying this love and carrying it out, making our heart center bigger and bigger. Now that we have that person in mind, now that we have expanded into that energy of love, unconditional love as much as we can, now we're going to come up out of our heart center, and we're just going to come up out of our roof, and you can see the neighborhood around you, you can see the street you're on, you can see your neighbors, maybe some kids riding bikes, or someone walking their dog, the mailman, walking around delivering mail. You can see our neighborhood very vividly. And now we're going to start ascending faster and faster up into space. So if you look below you, you can see your city, you can see your state, you can see your country, you can see the continent that you're on, and finally, the entire world. Now, we're going to make the choice, the decision, that we are going to leave Earth's gravitational pull, and we are going to come up out of the 3D, 5D barrier. Leaving third-dimensional things behind. And up here, up in this space, the only thing that matters is you and your soul. ETs aren't concerned about your human life, about what you did, about, how successful, how rich, how productive you were. None of that matters. The ETs only see your soul. That is the only thing that matters to them. Alright. And now that we have penetrated through this barrier, this 3D, 5D barrier, we are now in 5D, and we are now surrounding the Earth. So let's surround the Earth. We're going to call upon our guides, we're going to call upon all of the ETs and all of the galaxies and all of the universe. We call upon all multidimensional or higher dimensional ETs to come to us. We're going to kindly and politely and respectfully invite them all to come to do what we're going to be doing today. So you can see in the distance there's spaceships, UFOs, spacecraft coming forward, coming to you. And let's remember that these are your friends. They're not enemies, they're not trying to hurt you, they're only here to love you, respect you, and guide you. They're not here to hurt you or seek to damage you in any way. And now we turn our focus upon the world. We're going to pour some loving energy into the world. Our ET friends are going to be behind us, touching us in the back, touching our back, and just putting energy into us. Putting this higher dimensional, loving, healing energy into us. As we chant this mantra and come bring loving, healing energy into Earth, penetrating Earth with loving and healing energy, penetrating every human soul with this loving, healing energy. Alright, so first, before we do our main mantra, let's go ahead and do the Hul breath, H-U-U-L. And how this works is we're just going to chant this breath. We're going to, on the inhale, we're going to imagine energy coming down from space, from the heavens, from the ETs, coming down our crown chakra and out through the root, out through our feet, into the earth, deep into the earth. And then on our second breath, inhale, we're going to imagine this earth energy, the energy of the earth coming up through our feet and out the crown chakra. Oops. Okay, so we'll try that. Inhale from the crown. Down into the earth. This is the Hul breath. Breathe in from the root and send it to the crown, out to space. Inhale from the crown down to the earth. Inhale from the earth to space. Inhale. Okay, great. And now, we're going to do the mantra that we had originally taught you. This is the Aham Prima mantra. I am pure universal love. So you can either focus on your heart center, on sending love to the earth, or you can, focus on that and do the mantra. So it's your choice whether you want to do this with me or not. Aham Prema, 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 I am pure universal love. I am pure universal love. I am pure universal love. Aham Prima. 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 pure universal love. This is a great reminder that this is what our souls are. This is what our souls are. Pure universal love. That's all that we go back to. When we are done with this existence, we go back to being pure universal love. That is the beginning and the end of all things. Pure universal love. Aham Prima, 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 Aham Prima. I am universal love. I am pure universal love. Aham Prima, Aham Prima, Aham Prima, Aham Prima, Aham Prima, Aham Prima, Aham Prima. Prima. Okay, wonderful. Now that we have surrounded the earth with all this beautiful love energy, now that we have surrounded our aura with this beautiful love energy, it feels like we have become this pure universal love energy. And there is no difference, there is no separation between our human selves and who we really are at the most fundamental level, the core of our being, our soul. Going forward, there doesn't need to be any more separation from this. It is our actions that choose separation, that create separation. It is our beliefs, our actions, and our assumptions that teach us that we are not connected to our soul. But we are. We're always connected to our soul. We can always choose to become pure, a universal, unconditional love. So you always have that choice. You can always choose to become Aham Prima. It's within you. There is no separation from that, from who you really are. Okay, so now that we've done all this work, we've created and cultivated all this energy, we are now going to go ahead and ground this energy. Go ahead and put your hands, right hand over left if you're male, left hand over right if you're female. Go ahead and put your hands over your navel center, your belly button. And we're just going to breathe in and out. Grounding this energy. We're going to now do the Who Are mantra to just ground this energy, this beautiful 5D energy. Take a deep breath in. This mantra that we're doing is called the Who Are mantra. And this is what's going to shift us up to 5D. So the mantra is spelled H-U-A-R. That's how it's pronounced. Who are. Okay. So now we're just going to send this lightning energy, this awakening energy to Earth to help wake people up, to help enlighten them, awaken them to this new energy. Once again, we're going to breathe in energy from the crown chakra, from the heavens. And we're going to exhale the Huar mantra down to the earth. And on our second repetition, we're going to breathe in the earth's energy and send the Huar mantra out to space. Okay? Take a nice deep breath in. Okay, wonderful. And now, I want you to go ahead and ask your own light being guide, if they would give you a gift that would help you to connect with your heart center, to connect with this pure, universal, unconditional love of your soul. Because all of us, all of our souls are pure, universal, unconditional love. So go ahead and ask your guide now if they have any gifts for you, a gift for you to help you do that. Alright. Wonderful. And now, that gift is a gift that you can tap into anytime. Let that gift be a reminder of who you truly are. Let that gift be something that can pull you into the nature of who you truly are. Pure, unconditional love. Okay, wonderful. And now, what you're going to do with that gift is you can put it into your heart center. Your energy body can store it, can hold on to it for you. Even when you go back into your human body, your energy body can hold on to those things. Okay, so once you have it in your heart center, we're now just going to go ahead and move on. We're going to ask our guides, is there anything that you would like to tell us? Is there anything you'd like to tell me specifically, meaning you? Alright. And now, the last thing that we're going to ask them is I want you to go ahead and look them in their eyes. Look them in the eye. And ask them, what do you see in me? Who are you seeing that I am? Because I can guarantee you they see us a lot differently than we see ourselves. We think that we're just these small humans, but they see us as gods and deities. So go ahead and ask them, what do you see in me? Who do you see me as? Alright. And now, finally, we are going to thank them for showing up for us. We're going to thank all the beings from all the different galaxies who decided to show up for us today. And if you'd like to, I'm going to ask them, we're going to invite them to come down to Earth with us. And if this is something that you're open to, if this is something that you would like to do, you can invite them down and you can continue this meditation with them in your presence. Alright. Now, we're going to send an invitation. We're going to say, honored light beings, we thank you for showing up here today. We thank you for coming to us and helping us and lending us your powerful energy. And I would like to invite you down to Earth. If you're interested in coming down, if it's safe for you, if you're not going to be shot down, there's always security threats and things like that, then please follow me. And we're just going to lead them down. We're going to see the world beneath our feet. We're going to open up a portal for them. Just imagine like a vortex of energy that follows right behind you wherever you're going. So as we descend now, we're going to cross between the 3rd dimensional and 5th dimensional barrier. Penetrating through that into the 3rd dimension, we can see the continent that we're from. We can see the country we're in. We can see the state that we're in. And finally the city. And now we can see, as we get closer and closer, again we're moving very fast. We got closer and closer to that city. We can see the neighborhoods, we can see the streets, so we can make our way and find our own neighborhood, find our own street, find our house. And now we're finally coming into our house. We're going to gently come down through the roof. Gently descend through the roof. And now we are back in the room that we started this meditation in. And now we're just going to slip back into our body. And before you open your eyes, before you do that, I want you to ask these ET friends that we invited. We're going to ask them if anyone is here with us today. So you're just going to ask, is anyone here with me? And maybe you get a sensation in your body. Maybe you feel somebody touching you. Maybe you can feel an energy in your heart center. These are all the ways that the ETs talk and communicate with us. You might get a vision, you might get words, you might get sounds, you might get visions. These are all valid ways that the ETs communicate with us. It takes some practice and some effort and some discipline to be able to clearly listen without thinking or making stuff up, or without adding into the mix what they're saying and then what you're interpreting could be different. But either way, these ETs are here with you right now. And now we're going to just go ahead and, if you want to continue this meditation and chat with the ETs, please do go ahead and do that. You can turn me off. You can close down YouTube. And for the people who don't want to do that, who are ready to end this meditation and go about their lives, you can go ahead and I want you to bring your palms together in front of you and just rub them back and forth. Creating heat, creating friction. And now once you've gotten that friction built up, and your hands are nice and warm, you can go ahead and put the hands over the eyeballs, and we're just going to breathe in this warm energy. And we're going to breathe it in, and we're going to breathe out into the earth. Breathe it out, down into the earth. Inhale. And exhale down to the earth. Down your feet, down your legs, into the earth. One more time. Okay. You can go ahead and rub your scalp. Rub the back of the neck. Front of the neck. Shoulders. Arms. Chest. I did a chest workout the other day, so it's a bit sore. Alright, move down to the stomach. And going to pat down the legs. And now that we're all grounded, we can go ahead and open our eyes and go about our busy lives. And one thing that I wanted to mention is that, you know, us humans can get pretty wrapped up in a lot of things and kind of just lose track, you know, lose track of our progress, lose track of our spiritual practices, lose track of our, you know, the things that we've been trying to work so hard on spiritually, like things like letting go, things like not being attached. I mean, and being a human with this experiment of consciousness can certainly pull you into different directions at times, you know, almost like acting against your own best interest at times as a spiritually focused person, you know, so it's hard. It can be hard, but remember, I want you guys to always come out of this meditation just remembering that your divine essence is pure, unconditional, universal love. You are that. Beyond anything else, beyond the distractions, beyond the, the noise of everyday life, beyond the, our human assumptions, human beliefs, human desires, human drivers. I mean, it's just, yeah. It's, it's, kind of, yeah, it's, it's just like, a lot of people forget that. A lot of people get wrapped up into the illusion of this experiment in consciousness. A lot of people don't know how to get themselves out of certain situations. So they devolve and they, react and they, go off on tangents and, distract, get addicted, they take negative action, things like that. I mean, I think even also my need to help people and my need to just tell people about the message that I'm trying to tell people is also just, it's just another human illusion. Because on a higher level, we don't need those messages. We already know. So part of me is attached to that too. So it's not just the negative stuff, it's everything. Everything is just a distraction. Everything is a distraction from the soul, from source. Everything is a distraction from, I think as humans, so I should talk about myself. I'm perfectly, always capable of, getting distracted, getting carried away by the news or politics or this or that, and just becomes a huge distraction for me. And I can get bent out of shape about, oh, I think I'm right. It's funny. People think that their opinions are always the right ones. We always have to be right about everything. When, the wisest people say, like, I don't know. I think the wisest people can say, I don't know, I'm willing to change my mind about anything. And to be stuck, to be married to one's own beliefs, to be like that trapped and that egocentric. I mean, it's just, and we all have that room to grow there, I think. But it's just, people can get the sense that they know everything about everything, and and certainly I'm not one of those people. I know. The thing about it is, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So therefore I can't say I know everything. Because I don't know how much I'm missing out on knowing just because I don't know. So it's all a game, guys. It's just all a game. Don't get wrapped up into politics or this or that. I mean, it's just such a distraction from the beautiful, peaceful life that you can have when you are truly living in harmony with your soul and doing the things that your soul wants to do, doing those things that your soul wants to experience. You know, my teacher oftentimes talks about the soul desire. And many people are so cut off from their soul, so disconnected that they don't even know what that is. What a soul is, what a soul desire is. I mean, and I can empathize with that. I can empathize. Cause yeah, I mean, it just doesn't come easy. Not for all of us. Those understandings. But I think the more that one lives in harmony with the soul, the more that, I mean, you might not have everything in the world. You might not, you might live from paycheck to paycheck, but at least you're doing the things that you love. And it's so hard to figure this soul desire out, like, to do what your soul wants to do, because nobody else can tell you what you're supposed to be doing. Nobody else can tell you. That's completely up to you. It's a self-generated kind of thing. Unfortunately. It's a very... Yeah, just... it's like... the missing piece to the puzzle. And you're like, wait, I don't know where it is. Like, can you tell me where it is? And, nobody can, because your soul's the missing piece. You're like, I don't know. What are you asking me for? But yeah, the missing piece to the puzzle of, of life is the soul. The more that we can connect with that, the more that things will align and make sense. And I think so many people are just so... There's so much distraction, as well as, like, people just aren't in tune with themselves. I mean, there's so much distraction. Look at, like, we have TV, we have radio, we had ads, we have movies, we have podcasts, YouTube, we have, Twitch, we have all kinds of feelings and opinions and thoughts and this and that everybody's trying to get out. And so yeah, it's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy to surrender one's own opinions and honest beliefs for ones that we pick up, ones that we hear from others, in entertainment. I mean, so that's my that's my rant, that's my TED Talk for today. So I'm just so blissed out on this energy. There's don't know. 5D is going to be so fun. This new Earth, where we don't have to deal with the BS, is going to be so much fun. It's going to be respite. It's going to be relaxation. It's going to be like a amusement park for for the soul. A little bit of levity, a little bit of lightness, a little bit of fun, excitement, joy. Like in 5D, there's going to be no question what the soul desire is. It'll just come to you naturally. You don't even have to think about it, I don't think. It's got nothing to do with manifestation, because if you're trying to manifest 5D, which there's nothing wrong with that, I think I'm trying to to manifest it as well. But the thing with that is, it's not going to be based on contemporary rules, contemporary understanding of the humans and and our place in the universe. Disclosure is step 1. But yeah, on top of that, I guess there's other things too, but yeah, that's about it, guys. So anyway, I hope to, maybe I'll have to talk about my thoughts about 5D another time. But yeah, this has gone on quite long enough so far. So take care, guys. Alright, I love you. Peace. I'll see you next time. And don't forget to go to, check out my products and services down here and over here. Alright. Help support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you would support the channel by, I don't really like donations, but I mean, they're there. Also, I would rather, give you a product or a service rather than doing a donation or anything. So there's lots of stuff to learn from me. Lots of stuff that I have to teach you. And yeah, so anyway, guys, I love you, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.